To renew our lease in August, it's going to cost us $4,008 a month.
But I'm literally working just to pay rent for us to have a place to sleep.
I work more than full-time. I work more than 50 hours every week, and I can't qualify for an apartment in most states in America today.
And she was taking me up to this room, and she was like, oh my God, you're going to love it. It's a one-bedroom. It's $2,800, but it has a big balcony. Oh, it has a big balcony, bitch. Does it?
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's Des, and today I'm going to be doing a Bojangles Munkbang and talking about a couple of things that I've been wanting to talk about. So, what did I just have a brain fart? I want to talk about today about finding a job, about why society just does not work, capitalism and consumerism, and the astrological the astrological aspect of everything. And we'll get to that in a minute. But if you guys haven't visited my channel, hi, I'm Desiree Marie. I am a holistic therapist and creative director. I own Dream Biz Solutions, Perfectly Vended, and Divine Essential Wellness, where I do all of those things under the belt. Divine Essential Wellness is the holistic therapy service, so if you would like to go see what I have to offer with that, you will find all my links down below. Perfectly Vended is a online networking platform and social media thing. I don't even want to speak. Perfectly Vended is a online shopping directory and networking platform, and Dream Biz Solutions is a marketing development program, business service. But I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. But first, to invite you guys over to the live and get in tune with me before we start talking and before we start eating, I want to do a tuning fork cleanse for us. So let me go ahead and get comfortable and grab the fork. Look at this little bear. Ugh. Look at my grandson. Tell him hi. This is Citri. You love me? You love me? He does. Look at that cutie smile. Then we have Shadowbug over there. Maybe she'll come over. All right, so before I get started talking, I want to cleanse the energy and just take a breath with you guys. So let's go ahead and take a breath. So let's go ahead and start. But before I get into everything, you guys, I decided to bring this video with a mukbang with a meal that was my comfort meal when I was in Charlotte. If you guys don't know, I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina. And yeah, I had to move from that place. But when I was younger, and when I say that, I mean like when I was in high school, I used to get the Tender Kids meal, because I don't eat that much. I'm tall and I'm big, but my stomach over the years have gotten smaller. So I can't really do all that. So what I used to get was the Tender Kids meal, because it was plenty to be in there. And yeah, they also have new treats. They have these bowberry cookies, iced or uniced. And so today, for the sake of the video, I got the iced. That's what we're gonna try. And I'm excited, guys, because I didn't have to go back to get anything. They made sure everything was in there. You know what? I should use my microphone. Let me connect that. You like my MK? I'll get connected. Let's get this connected. Where is my charging port? 3, 4, 5. It's on. All right. Hopefully this is working. I'm gonna have to stop it so I can make sure it is. Okay, it's working. I'm gonna place this on my shirt so that y'all can talk with me. And the range on this thing is very fancy. Hold on. Let me put it here so that it's not really anywhere right here. But anyway, so yeah. As I get into this, I'm going to well, this is my first mukbang, so bear with me. I'm gonna try to talk. I just had a tooth removed, so it's kind of hard for me to speak and eat. So you may hear me like kind of stopping and all that. But we took our collective breath, and now let's talk finding a job. So it has been a while since I could land and find a job. And most of the jobs that I've applied to this week all said no. And it's not just a recurring thing with me. If you research and do some research on YouTube and on other statistical websites, you will find that a lot of the jobs now are putting fake postings just so that they can seem as if they're busy and things like that. And a lot of the times, these are not real jobs, unfortunately. And a lot more people are going through the same thing than we think. So I just wanted to touch bases on that and also explain a little bit more about how it ties into capitalism, consumerism. I really want to make that clear inside this video. Capitalism is the nip in the butt, but the consumerism is inside that as well. And why I feel like, and this is my personal opinion, why society does not work. But before I continue, let me show you what I got. So this is the kids' meal. It comes with a lot. So you see all those fries, and then we got the biscuit, and then down there are the 2 tenders. When I tell you this is all I need, and then I'm not going to show you the bow cookie until we get there. But let's go ahead and start. So yeah, it's actually been very hard, and I'm a nomad. I recently lost my car and have been staying with a beautiful family. But a lot of the times you realize that society makes it hard. Society makes it hard for you to make it by as yourself. And it's troubling when faced with the realisticnesses of how things are. So, back in I think 2022 is when I moved into my own very first apartment. I had a job before I started. I had 2 jobs, and I was doing my thing. But shortly after, I then began to realize that the amount of effort that I was putting in to just simply go work, and then pay bills and everything, I rarely had anything left for myself. So there was a consistent time where I was using Dave and earning to literally pay the rest of what I needed into it. So it was a little continuous cycle that I was in. Then I realized that that was not for me. So even before I moved into my own place, I had my car, my Saturn. I love you, Sabak. I'd always looked at tiny homes. I always looked at nomad living and things like that, van life. And I actually was successful in doing van life. Now, it's something that I wanted to do, and then I had the opportunity to do because of how I no longer stayed at that place. It was getting hard, so I lapsed the lease and I decided to do nomad life. That came as an unexpected turn because my cat had just given kittens, and if you see these two cuties over here, they are who came from my baby Midnight. Shadow, hey sweetie. He's so sweet. The citrine, you guys saw him already, but she also had a third one. So, oh, she's coming. Shadowbug. Come here, Pinky. Come here, beautiful. She doesn't like to get picked up, so this is the only time you will see Shadow. Hi, Pinky. She loves me. But those are my grandkids. Aren't I a hot gilf? Let me stop. But anyway, so there was another one, and his name was Pluto. He looked just like Shadow, but he was tuxedo, so he's a gray tuxedo. Besides the point, it was hard being inside there with them, but just me being an earth person and loving life, I couldn't just leave them. So I decided to take them with me. So I had 4 cats with me, and my main source of income was DoorDash at the time. Also, because even when I would like apply around to places, like I still wouldn't get anything. So this has been like an ongoing thing for 2.5 years now. Not to say that I hadn't worked anything. I'm a freelancer, and so I pick up my own work, and I also pick up freelance shifts on apps like GigSmart and different stuff. Those aren't always guaranteed. You always have places that are a bit farther than you, and just jobs that don't really fit like your experience. So either way, I made sure I utilized that to the best that I could. Also, during that time, I got to experience more of my freelance creative directing skills. So I had visited Baltimore with my friend Lex. You guys will see or know who that is. I always do her music videos. Well, I've done most of the music, only all but one of the music videos that she has posted. So if you guys ever want to see my work, you guys can go see her music videos. But we went and did a music video with Beast Boy Blue. And that was just kind of like in my era of like, okay, I'm on my own, I'm doing my own thing. Been doing my own thing for a while though. But it is very complicated because unless you really have things set, income coming in, it's hard. But that is almost near impossible for a lot of people because of the way the system is set up. You have a lot of job openings that are not real. You have a lot of people who are qualified, overqualified for positions, and they give you a no. Sometimes they never reach back out to you. So it kind of just falls into itself. So I said that just to say that don't feel bad about where you are or your success thus far. A lot of people are in the same boat as you. Or a lot of people are just generally in the same boat of having to go through this experience. But I'm going to move on to the capitalism part. It's really sad that a lot of and you heard at the beginning what I was just playing, who's going to pay $5,000 for rent? When I am I'm a Gen Z. I'm a millennial Z, but I call myself a millennial Z, but I'm a Gen Z. I was born in 1998, but Either way, around that time growing up, rent was a smooth 500, 600. At most, the most expensive was 700. And so now you get here to 5,000. In some affordable places, it would be about 1,300 and up. But 5,000. No one ever makes that much. No one's making that much. You're not allowing people to make that much for you to be charging that. So it really baffles me that society wants to hold these standards or judgment. You can feel the judgment casted on you by other people who haven't fell victim to this shortage yet. And it's only a matter of time. Let me eat a little bit before my shit get cold. Pause. So first of all, when I pulled up to the Bojangles, the lady was so sweet. You know how people give you compliments and you just be like, "Ooh, girl, thank you. Leave it alone. Put it down. Don't play with that. No, sir. You can play with this one. You can play with that." Look what he had, y'all. It's my fault for having it down there, but he was chawing down on that. Anyway, you know how people give you a little compliment. She was like, "Oh, girl, that's all your hair." I was like, "Yes." She was like, "It's so gorgeous." I'm like, "Thank you." But I came back because I got the tender kids meal. It's me. Supposed to come with 2 tenders. They gave me 4. They love me. And so I'm gonna say, just go where you lead yourself, and what's for you will be there, which is blessings in abundance. I'll be back. You know what? ATE. Oh. All right, I'm back with some accessories. If you want some beautiful, authentic, if you want some beautiful, authentic crystal nose cuffs, earrings, just jewelry. So I can't even talk today. Visit my website so you can get some of the beautiful, authentic crystal, copper, and stainless steel jewelry. They're all handmade and packed with love. But anyway, so just with that alone, and also let's talk about the capitalism in a small sense here. This box used to be about I would say, with everything, it would have been like $5.75 when it came out. My total today was 8 something, so that's minus the $2 for that. So it went up about $1.60. To me, that's inflation. It's inflation. But again, it's a lot of, I don't understand why there is so many people putting so many high prices on the rent, knowing that people aren't able to pay these things. We aren't making that much. Excuse me. Shouldn't they? And they know they should. But it needs to be someone who redirects all housing requirements and whatever you want to fucking call it. Okay, y'all. So that mic died. I don't know how long it's been dead, but I don't know when it died. But what I was saying was that it's just too much, and I feel like there should be somebody that is in charge of this HOA or housing authority, whatever you want to freaking call it. They need to really become realistic with stuff. Mm. Because the amount of people that are going homeless, you guys sure do a lot to keep them uncomfortable. You don't want them here, you don't want them there, you don't want nomads sleeping here, you don't want people, like, come on. Any way someone tries to support themselves in the best way, there's always some big puppeteer who wants to come in and make things even worse. Like, when I say, and then and this is going to go into my next point, which is the consumerism thing. A lot of people are not conservative. And when I say conservative, they're not minimalistic. They spend or get adapted to a large lifestyle, just things that the main basic human functions need, they don't. Well, let me rephrase that. The main things that humans need every day, they either overconsume or don't get and consume other things. And that's a huge problem because if you have people that don't understand how to be minimalist or conservative or only get what they need, you have a lot of companies and businesses that take that into consideration and profit off of it. And a lot of the times it's done. Like some people are faulted by their own innocence into being manipulated into consumerism. A lot of the things that they promote we do not need. I'll be back. Let me drink my tea on that. It's so much for me to eat. But that brings me to my next point, my astrological perspective of it. So, as we all know, we are in the age of Aquarius. I am an Aquarius moon. And so I resonate heavily when it comes to the emotional roller coaster of this humanity. If you guys don't know about astrology and you're watching my video, Aquarius is a humanitarian. They're water bearer, but they really, in a sense, they are the intuitive person of the humanitarians. Like they're able to be the empath, they're able to understand. But when with that also comes with understanding your own, understanding taking care of your own. And that's where I feel like a lot of the disconnect is coming from because a lot of the times people were not under their own ways of thinking. And I feel like now with everything going on, it's so heavily major and widespread that I feel like the real understanding of the age of Aquarius is going to come into place. This system isn't going to be in place anymore. And I strongly believe that because we have a lot of entrepreneurs on the rise who are fulfilling a duty, myself included. We also have a lot of people who are starting to understand how they're not getting by. I've been picked up on this. When I first moved into my apartment, I realized that I had to take from Dave and earning to pay my rent. Didn't really have anything for food. And luckily, I had my cat, Midnight, registered as an ESA. So I was going to be spending a lot of money just by having her, just by having an emotional support if I didn't have the certification. But still, I feel like a lot of the system comes from a lot of the older generations as well. I feel like a lot of the reason why it's staying so put together is because there is a workforce out there that holds strongly to the idea of not being able to trust yourself when it comes to survival. A lot of the people, like I'm a nomad. I love camping. I was a Boy Scout. Actually, I was the president of Venture Crew 270 in Charlotte. So I know it's Boy Scouts, but Venture Crew was a all girls crew, a part of the Boy Scouts, where we were a bit older and we went out to do adventures, learn about community, recruit people and everything. But I've been out there. I've been camping before. I've been camping by myself. I've been living in my car. I've done it all. Not all, but I've been in the streets. And what I can say is that a lot of people are afraid of doing that because they lack survival skills. Go back a couple of 100 years to hunter gatherer. Were they in structural places where they were paying rent? No. And I do understand that things progress. I do understand that technology progresses, but we are not technology. We do not have to progress with that. And I feel like a lot of the time society puts those things together as if we're supposed to be buying the latest technology. A lot of that stuff takes us away from knowing how to breathe. That's the reason why I started this video with the tuning fork, because a lot of people are not in their own body. They're not in their own energy. And it takes a lot, if you haven't already, to know how to get there. So what else do I have to say about that? That's the little downside of it, but I feel like, and this is the positive perspective of Aquarius. Now, I'm not here to give you a whole negative rundown about, oh my gosh, decided it all up, because we're all here and we create our reality. Imagine if it was 10 children in a classroom, which creates the whole world, and you have the teacher, which is the person who was making all the big shots here, and we all opted out of doing what they said. I don't think there will be a problem with that. Now, I do understand the harshness of things, but collectively, slowly, progressively, it has to be work done to dismantle these toxic and unrealistic experiences and commitments that people give to humans. So the good positive part about it is that the age of Aquarius brings networking. So I feel like this is the age of the entrepreneur. Lex actually has a video out called Walking Prophet, and I think you guys should listen to that because it is about the age of Aquarius and how it's the entrepreneur. Well, the year whenever she came out with it. But mm, 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 mm. This is a beautiful and rich time to network, to get busy on your own plans. The time that we're spending applying to these jobs, we're waiting around. As soon as you apply, after that, go do one activity or something that aligns with your identity. I know not everyone is an entrepreneur, and I'm only speaking to people who understand what it means to be in the age of Aquarius and to understand how it is to be an entrepreneur and a freelancer or whatever you call yourself. And now is a rich time in history, in the world, in our consciousness, for us to be able to take control of that, because in the future, the people who know that they have something different need to take a hold of that. So if you are an entrepreneur and you are being urged to finally come through and do what you need to do, it's the best time to do that. If you guys want to go on Perfectly Vended, you guys can network on there. It's an online shopping directory and networking platform where you guys can actually promote yourself and network with other people. So there are things in place. You just have to go out there and find people. You have to find people who match your interests, and that includes going out. And I know a lot of the times this includes money. It costs money. But I want us to inherit a new understanding of community. Does it mean that you have to sacrifice yourself and every single last dime and penny for other people? It's learning how to respect yourself, your boundaries, knowing your worth, and going out there to find people that match that. Living on value energy. Go find love. And let me move that out because apparently the mic is dead. But anyway, I didn't want to make that too long. Hopefully you guys heard what I said. I'm not sure if you did, but I was saying that now is the time, if you're an entrepreneur, to go out there and find your own path. Now it's time to understand boundaries, how to provide for yourself, how to be confident within yourself so that you guys can go out there and actually do these things. And I said living on valued energy, meaning love. Go find love. Go find people that you connect with and network with, so that we can redefine this way of community. We can redefine the heart chakra and be able to really speak with each other and actually provide help. I asked a question inside of a group for my city that I'm in, and I asked a specific question. I did say any car was recommended, but under the guidelines or the requirements or just what I was looking for. Okay, I let them know that I was looking for a specific priced car, that somebody's willing to make payments, to let me make payments on, and things like that. But a lot of the times people overjump what you are trying to say, and this is my thing about society. They overjump what you're asking directly to try to point you into a new direction. I literally had somebody comment on my page, somebody else that I contacted, hopefully that they were understanding what I was looking for and what I was actually trying to do. And this man spends, this is what I don't like now. I already don't like when I know for a fact I'm looking for something specific. I tell you that I'm looking for something specific, and then you try to tell me that or reroute my brain to say, no, I understand that if I get something, a car that's $22,000, am I going to be able to afford that? No. So if I'm already telling you no, and you're trying to say, well, we can probably get you approved or whatever. All right, let's see what you have. Oh, okay, I'm running a credit check, whatever. Don't even explain to me that you have finished running the credit check and that I was not approved. I have to reach out to you and ask, any updates? Talking about some, no, do you have a cosigner? No, thank you. Because you know at the beginning I was telling you what I was looking for. There was no need to try to run anything and do all of that. You know, so that's why I'm saying, like, and this is the reason why I don't like society, is because they're closed-minded. Lots of people in society, and if this fits you, oh well. If it fits you, closed-minded, ignorant, and sheep. I'm not trying to follow something that you're following. I've already been through that. I've been in my car. I've been in a space where I've learned that minimalism is for me. I've been in a place where I've known that only needing what I need helps me feel lighter, and it helps me grow. So that's all I want to say about that. Just know that this is a great time to network, and if you're an entrepreneur, do what you need to do. Stay true to yourself and the others around you. But before we end, let's try the blueberry cookie. I'm so excited. I never tried it, so they have iced and uniced. I got one because pockets are tight, but I still wanted to try what they had. So I'm scared. Not really. Let's try it. I like it. I chose this because I always get a blueberry biscuit, but since there was a biscuit in the bag, well, in the box, I wasn't gonna buy an extra biscuit. Like, my stomach's already small, I don't need all that carb. But this is really cute. It's sweet. I mean, next time I won't get the icing, but it's very sweet. But that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. You want to say bye to them, sweetheart? Since you want to come up here to see what's in my box. Don't try to leave. Citrine and I said... I'm so sorry if I mishandled him. But I didn't. He's a tough boy. That being said, I'm so glad you guys hopped into my video. If you guys want to see more, or just stay updated with when I post, definitely do by subscribing and hitting the notification bell, because I post rarely, but just so that you know when I post it, you can know because you hit the notification bell and you know you like seeing me, so I like seeing you too. And that's it, guys. I'll see you guys in another video. Stay safe, stay happy, and stay true to yourself, and I'll see you guys in another video. Bye.